Alright guys, tonight we're going to make another one of those shallow bowl spoons, I guess. Stirring spoon. So I'm going to start off here on the shave horse. And we're just going to quickly shave this down as flat as we can get, or as we need to. And we're going to take our time. Get it pretty flat. Won't take long. Forgot to mention this is silver birch. We don't have to go too low. And this wood has not been too good to me recently, only because not really sure why, but get some of the bark off. Don't want that on there. It's getting there. It's getting there. Got to get over here though a little bit. It's a fairly simple spoon to make, but simple doesn't always mean quick. Now, we had a knot here, or there was a branch sticking out, so hopefully that doesn't affect things too much. I think that's about as thin as I'm going to go on the handle there. It's very thin, probably too thin, but we'll see. I just want to get over here a little bit. See how this turns out. Alright, so I think that's pretty good. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to stop you guys, but I'm going to go over to the anvil there. And so I got it pretty thin. I'm going to probably go a little thinner, but that's what we have so far. It's pretty thin throughout, which is good. And let me be right, I'll stop this, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So now we're going to start by knocking the sides down with the axe. Oh, falling here. Do the usual here. This is going to be pretty thin. So, see how it goes. Being very careful here. This wood is not green at all. Has a lot of, has some spalting in it. It's been sitting around for a while. so I can't really, you know, slam it down. Cool. Let's get in there. I think this spoon is going to be really nice. Alright, so I got the sides down, and can't really see what I'm doing here. Got the sides down, and off camera I'm going to knock these corners off, and what we'll start on next is the bowl. So stick with me, be right back. Alright guys, we're back, and that's what we have so far. I'm going to start working on the bowl now. Ugh. Oh man. So let's use this spoon knife here. Just to kind of start to rough it out. Again, this is going to be very shallow. This wood is very soft, so we'll take our time, like we've done before. And you can put this in the shave horse and just start to ever so gently be very shallow. It's probably about as deep as I want to go. Kind of scrape it along. Scraping it along. I don't want to go deep on this. So you guys can see. Alright guys, so that's what we have right now. I'm going to off camera finish this up, the bowl, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So it's pretty much, the bowl's pretty much done. I'm going to just kind of finish it up real quick with this little spoon knife here. And I'll get back on the shave horse and start to trim the handle and underneath the bowl here. I'm just kind of getting it pretty good to get ready for sanding. And I'm finished here. And the sanding will make it a little bit deeper, which is fine, but I'm not going too deep with this right now at all. Kind of like a, I don't know if this is like a spatula or not, but just kind of very carefully going around the edge here. Show some of this, and although it's not, you know, much material in way of thickness, you know, you have to take your time. Cool. So that actually looks pretty good. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the draw knife, and we're just going to thin this out a lot because this is way too thick. Thin this out. Hopefully this thing doesn't break. And we'll start working on the handle very carefully. Kind of very carefully go down on this here. Thin this out. Check this. Yeah, I got a lot more to go. Get over here a little bit now. I don't want to pull too hard, because I don't want to, you know, damage this wood. And it's getting there, guys. It's getting there. It's pretty thin, but it could be a little bit thinner. Maybe a lot thinner, actually. And a lot more to go. So, off camera here, I'm going to just continue shaping this. It's going to take a little bit of time, not too much time, but shape this a little bit, and probably the next clip I'll start using the knife a little bit. So, bear with me, be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. This is already a long video, so I might as well make it even longer, I guess. So right now I'm just kind of shaping the handle. It you know, I guess through the magic of the shave horse, it kind of went to a, you know, I'm going to work on it with the knife as well, but kind of, I guess, beveled it or bubbled out a little bit, which is great. Kind of give it some shape here. So I'm just kind of playing around with this here and just kind of polishing it up. And the great thing is I'm hoping that there won't be too much sanding needed for this. And that's kind of a good thing. It's always going to be sanding a little bit, I guess. Probably just about time for the knife, really, before I damage this anymore, or damage it at all. Oh, not anymore, but... So, I guess, yeah. Just wanted to get that a little bit thinner. Alright guys, so I'm going to come right back. I'm going to move you around and we'll start working with the knife, and that's what we have so far. Be right back. Alright, we're back. And excuse me. I'm going to use the white slate knife here. And really I'm just going to kind of play around with this a little bit. I'm not really sure what I want to do exactly. I know that this big hunk here has to come off. So, yeah, this wood is really nice right now. It's pretty soft. I am being careful. I can't be, again, too aggressive with this. And I feel that this style of spoon isn't really for hard use, you know, or abuse. So, you do have to be careful with carving, and then also when you use it, you know, it's not really, in my opinion, something that you want to really beat up too much. Some of the other spoons I have that I've made, you know, you can do that. Wood's a little harder. And just ever so gently, just kind of refining this. I like the thickness of the handle. Needs to be rounded just a little bit. Well, the sanding will take care of some of that as well, but that's looking nice. Cool. And they just kind of keep that. Oh, that looks nice. Okay. I like the way that turned out. I'm just kind of getting the neck here a little bit. I'm going to have to move to the carving knife soon. Yeah, it looks good. Cool. Switch knives real quick. Oh man. do another minute or two with the knife here before I pause this again. This is where that branch was, so I have to be careful. Again, I can't be too rough or aggressive with that spot there. Alright, so I didn't really do too much here, but I'm just going to slowly, kind of play around with this, and when there's more done, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So here's a spoon. I'm going to sand this, and I'll be right back. It's really hard to tell on camera, but it's tilted up here, tilted up in the back, I guess. There's like I don't know what to call it. It's thinner here, kind of bows out. Hard to explain. So let me sand this, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, for those of you who have stayed around long enough for this long video, here is the finished product. It's finished with olive oil, vegetable oil mixture, and man, this thing is gorgeous. I mean, look at this. Whew. The grain, and it is soaking up the oil like crazy too, so it's going to take several coats to get it to where I want it to be. So I'm just going to put a quick coating on here so you can see. Turned out really well. So I appreciate you guys watching. We're just going to call this style of spoon the quote-unquote everyday spoon. This style, or this bowl shape with the shallow bowl. So appreciate you guys watching, like I said, and catch you on the next one. All right, thanks for watching.